Well, I hope you enjoyed that video of the Rotary Foundation. And over the past couple of virtual and even some of our earlier DoubleTree meetings, I've really wanted to show how the work of Rotary International has on an impact around the world. Last week, we showed how Rotary provides wells and clean water in Ghana. A couple of weeks ago, we learned about medical missions to Rwanda. We've seen how women in India can create sustainable businesses through Rotary micro-lending programs. Our own Rotary Club of Tucson produced and delivered over 100 all-terrain wheelchairs to the disabled in Mexico. And I have to tell you personally, it was one of the most powerful things I've ever experienced, rolling a wheelchair that we purchased to a woman that needed it to be able to move around. I'll never forget it. We should all be truly proud to be Rotarians. So how do all these amazing things happen? It happens through the support of Rotary International and the Annual Fund. And what has the Annual Fund done for COVID-19 around the world? Let me give you a couple of examples. In Italy, one of the countries that has been affected most by COVID-19, clubs in District 2080 are raising funds to purchase ventilators and PPE gear for overstretched hospitals. Rotary clubs in Sri Lanka produce posters to raise awareness about the coronavirus for schools all across the country. Clubs in District 3700 from Korea have donated $155,000 to the Red Cross. And then back in Italy, multiple clubs in District 2041 have raised funds for personal protective equipment for workers caring for COVID-19 patients at a 400-bed hospital in Milan. So if you're wondering, how can you help with this pandemic worldwide? The Rotary Annual Fund should be a place to consider. So when I become president, we're required to set a number of presidential goals. We have to set goals on service, on youth programs, our membership, social media, and of course, fundraising is one of those goals. I'm proud to announce that our Polio Plus goal has been more than doubled by what we set, and that's incredible, and thank you for your generosity. Our annual fund goal, however, was $40,000, and that was well in excess of what we've done in previous years. Now, I'm a fundraiser, so I thought it should be very easy to attain, but the last 4 months of my year, I'm talking to you through a computer. The good news is we're at over 80% of our goal. We've raised about $32,000 and we need to get to 40, but we need to meet this goal by June 15th. Now I'm gonna give you some leverage that you may wanna consider. If you have the goal to have a Paul Harris Fellowship, another one, or maybe your first, we are putting together a 2-to-1 match. So basically, your $1 gift will turn into $3. So for every dollar you support, we're gonna give you $2 more. I hope you might consider that. If you do not have a Paul Harris Fellow, that means if you make a gift of $333, you will have the $1,000 required for Paul Harris Fellowship. Now, talking to Dorina, we can't bill you, but it needs to be by check or credit card. So if you're interested in supporting this, please work with her. One final thought about the annual fund monies that I think you should be aware of is when you make these gifts to the Rotary International or the Rotary Foundation, half of those dollars come back to the district to support things that we want to support. So the wheelchair project I mentioned earlier, those dollars to create those wheelchairs came from annual fund dollars coming back from Rotary. So it's an amazing program. I hope you'll really consider supporting it.